Hey, welcome to match number 3. This hand is acceptable. Got some disruption, a bunch of creatures, a path. Looks like I'm against the humans. And he has a vial, so his start is much better than mine. Double path is quite nice, though. Would have really liked a ether vial of my own, but basic island. Kite sail freebooter. Alright. So I'm going to path this to get my other path back. Attacking here, however, excellent. Cool. So, here's what I did. If I didn't attack, I wasn't going to get that damage, and I wouldn't block with it no matter what. By attacking, I force him to think, okay, what could he have drawn that would make him want to attack here? Interesting. I don't know why he didn't attack with a freebooter anyways. So by attacking it, I make him say, okay, what could he have drawn to make attacking a Mausoleum Wanderer into a Kitesail freebooter be a good attack? And the answer is Rattle Chains, because if I have a Rattle Chains, I get his Kitesail freebooter for free. So I attack. The worst case is he blocks my Mausoleum Wanderer and I path it, and he has a extra land to untap with, but he's already played 2 lands and has an Aether Vial, so him being ramped a little bit doesn't hurt me that much. I think I'm 2-0 right now. The best case is he takes 1 free damage, and he doesn't get an untapped land for his next turn. So, like, it's a very minor difference because I'm going to path it no matter what. But, because I want to get my other path back, you know? But anyways, that's why I think that attack there was good. I could have pathed it first, but then he's not going to draw, has a lower chance of drawing a basic, and has another land for his next turn, where the odds where he doesn't attack are quite high if he's a decent player, or doesn't block, because the risk of him getting blown out is much greater than the risk of taking 1 damage. So I have no reason to not play Selfless Spirit here. And then I'll attack with the Mausoleum Wanderer for 2 damage. I'm not going to hold the Selfless Spirit to threaten a block with the Mutavault on the Champion of the Parish. It's just not very good. And I feel like his hand is pretty weak, since he's just... this could be a Meddling Mage on path. Okay, so it's not. Meddling Mage on path would have been awkward. And it's possible I should have played around that. But also, I think if he had a Meddling Mage, he would have Meddling Maged path in response to me pathing the Kitesail freebooter. This can't be a Meddling Mage, so... Reflector Mage. So I'm going to just path this Champion of the Parish. So it would be nice to draw a Supreme Phantom or a Drogskull Captain. Those would be the best draws. Oh, is this a Mantis Rider? I'm actually in trouble now. Yeah, he's just got a lot of power. So I can't cast the Selfless Spirit, but I can Vial in Selfless Spirit, and then animate Mutavault, do some blocks, and then sacrifice the Selfless Spirit to make all my guys indestructible, and then I trade Selfless Spirit for fogging his team, and is this another Reflector Mage? This should be Bugler. Interesting. I really hope he can't find a Thalia's Lieutenant. That would be terrible for me. Meddling Mage. Okay, that's fine. And by fine, I mean decidedly not great for me, but survivable. Unfortunately for both Reflector Mage and Meddling Mage, it doesn't affect Vial, and I've already used my 2 paths. We'll take up the Vial to 3. I don't have particularly good attacks, so I'm gonna just let both of us go wide, I suppose. See if he attacks with everything. It turns out Selfless Spirit is just so powerful in this kind of situation. Because you're like, well, I could attack. Oh. Now what? Oh. Well, I guess I'm gonna fog the Reflector Mage? Or counter the Reflector Mage with Rattle Chains. Or counter that ability. And I have Akira. So this is actually kind of interesting because neither of us have good attacks. So we've gotten into a good old-fashioned board stall. I'm going to keep the Selfless Spirit in hand to have the ability to pump my Mausoleum Wanderers at instant speed. So I think we kind of sit here. It's really going to come down to who draws better. I think in the long run, I'm slightly favored. I think... So Militia Bugler is good. I can get around Meddling Mages with Vial. I can get around by... The thing is that my Oh, Phantasmal Image is pretty good. The real question is, does he copy Selfless Spirit or does he copy Thalia's Lieutenant? Okay, he gets another Thalia's Lieutenant. Which makes sense. The thing is that his all-out attacks are bad because Selfless Spirit is a heck of a card. Whereas mine will end up being good because I'll have a whole ton of flyers and he can't block. Kind of awkward for me to want to run out both of those, but I don't want him to name either. I guess I shouldn't have played out the Rattle Chains. See, what he should name right now is Supreme Phantom. Or Ether Vial. Both of them are reasonable. Alright. That was smart on his part. Now I need to get an Ether Vial on too to be able to vial in Supreme Phantoms. What I really want is Drog Skull Captains. That's pretty good. Another Drog Skull Captain, please. So if I attack with everything, that's 3, 6, 9, 12... 15. Yeah. So even if he has a Mantis Rider, this should be more than lethal. Mantis Rider or Reflector Mage, both ways, this is more than lethal. So you can see how this was actually quite interesting, in my opinion, because he couldn't attack because the threat of me doing a bunch of good, favorable blocks and then sacrifice Selfless Spirit, make all of my guys indestructible, he loses several things, and I only lose a Selfless Spirit, was enough to keep him from attacking me. And then because I have the flyer advantage, because all my dudes fly, I was able to, like, build up, build up, build up. We're both building up because that's all we can do, and then I'm like, alright, now that I have a lethal attack all at once, I get to attack you and win. And there was really not anything he could do to play around it. Alright, so this is 6, 8, plus 21, so he's going to super negatives, so I can just pass priority. Yeah. Alright, cool. So we're Worship seems okay more than Geist of Saint Traft, and Worship seems okay more than maybe Kira? Yeah, I can get rid of Akira. This should be good. Just kind of curious what he's at, if he's asking me what my record is. With 2 question marks, no less. Pretty good. See if we can take him off that 5-0. Interesting, he boarded into the 61 card wonder. I mean, not having colored mana is sort of awkward, but I do have an Ether Vial. And I have all the colored mana I need as soon as I get a single colored source. And the rest of my hand is good. Really? Go you. On the list of humans that I care about, that is at the bottom of the list. That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't have a reason to not just attack with Mutavault. Yeah. Sure. Have a Thalius, Lieutenant. So I'm going to save the Mutavault for blocking, I suppose. For the record, I would not have kept this hand without the Ether Vial, but Ether Vial is a really good card, so there's that. Well, he has no attacks this turn, so there's that. Yeah, let's put in the Supreme Phantom. Do I take up the Vial? So if I take up the Vial... Right now I'm holding off everything he can do. I can take up the Vial and have a Spell Queller. I think that's good. I think I want Spell Queller. The hope was that I would draw a land that would enable me to cast 2 2-drops. But that doesn't appear to be happening. At least I have the Squalor. For something more threatening than what he's doing. Like a second Thalia's Lieutenant or whatever. GG's bad pairing. That was an incredibly premature concede for someone who is at the cusp of 5-0. But I will take it. See you for the next match.